So let me know, guys, if you are unable to watch my screen. Okay. So I believe everyone, everyone has been prepared this XML file. Okay. Fine. Actually, I thought to explain you about Visual Studio Code. Okay. But some more students also asking for a Visual Studio Code. So I have to plan. I mean, I'm going to plan that in this weekend. Okay. So other students also asked me to go with Visual Studio Code and the setup. So I'm planning for, you know, for this weekend actually. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll continue with our project. So please be remember, this weekend we are going to be working on the Visual Studio Code. Okay, the setup and everything. Fine. Okay, so where we are, like, you know, see, for example, I have a data here. Okay, I have a data. Okay, let's say for example, as Vijay said that in the previous session, okay, last 2 days back, as Vijay explained you, there is a student data is there. Okay, for example, there is a student data is there, right? So that different types of students are there actually. Student is a one of the data, but it has multiple types, right? Let's say for example, if you consider a college student data, so we have like BTech. Okay, in a BTech, we have like, different branches will be there. Computer science, IT, you know, CSC, Triple E, mechanical, whatever it may be. All this comes under a data, comes under a student data, respect to the BTech. Okay. But if you consider EC, IT, all those comes under as, different types of data. Okay. So then, so I want to differentiate, when I'm storing the data, I want to show a differentiation for my sales reps when they're storing the data. So in that case, okay, I have to be develop record types and page layouts. So record types and page layouts plays a very important key role inside a Salesforce. Okay, so let's come to our project. Okay, for example, as per Vijay's last session, you might aware how the exactly the record types and page loads will work. But again, we'll see today. Okay, see, in our Salesforce, this is our system. Okay, there are some leads are there in our system. There are some leads are there. In our system, there is a lead object is there, right? We know everyone, there is a lead object. Okay. See, there are three different types of leads will be available. So we have three different types of leads. Let's say we have like a retail lead. Okay. Outbound lead, inbound lead. Technically, we have one lead object. In this lead object, the three different types of data will be, we are going to be stored. The three different types of data we are going to be stored. So this one will create inside a Salesforce. If a lead which is created directly inside a Salesforce, we can consider it as a retail lead. Okay, retail leads will be created directly inside a Salesforce. Means they will open like this. They'll click on the lead tab. So they'll click on the new button. Okay, and they will create a lead information here directly. Okay, so that one we can consider as a retail leads. Retail leads will be created directly inside a Salesforce. Okay, outbound lead. Okay, this is created inside a Salesforce system. This is created inside Salesforce system and will send back. Okay, so outbound lead means we create lead inside the Salesforce. Okay, we'll create lead inside the Salesforce and we will send back to the legacy system. That means, let's say, for example, here is a legacy system. Okay, if I create a lead here and I will, if I send that lead to the outside of the Salesforce, let's say this is a SAP system. Let's say this is an SAP system. Okay, so I can send a lead, to the outside of the Salesforce with the outbound lead. Okay, there is an inbound lead. Let's say if a lead has been created inside SAP, or if a lead is created outside of the Salesforce, it is coming to the Salesforce system, then we can consider it as an inbound lead. Inbound lead. If a lead which comes from outside, okay, which comes from outside and stored inside a Salesforce, we can consider as an inbound lead. If a lead created inside a Salesforce and we are sending as an external data to the external systems, that comes under as an outbound lead. Retail lead means where we created inside a Salesforce, we will never send that data to the outside. Okay, so in that cases, we will create we have three types of leads actually. So any doubts there, anyone, you can ask me. So in our project, we are having three types of leads. Okay. So sales rep has to view the leads in different picture, in a different view actually. Okay. So Salesforce related sales reps want to view these leads in a different picture. So we want such kind of a stuff. So retail leads, outbound leads, and inbound leads. That three types of leads will be there inside a Salesforce. Okay, so we are going to do this one. This is the business here they given to us, right? So we have to implement this one technically inside a Salesforce. This is the business what we got. Customer is saying, product owner is saying for us, okay, we have a different types of leads are there. Okay, we are going to hold that leads inside a Salesforce. So how you can you deal? Okay, so this is the business what we are having. Business has business has given, okay, product owner has given three types of leads for us: retail leads, inbound leads, outbound leads. So we cannot create three different objects, okay, because at the end all these are nothing but leads. So we cannot create the three different objects, because at the end all these are nothing but leads. So that Salesforce has given you an option called record types and page layouts. Okay, record types. If you consider this is a layout, if you consider this a layout, okay, this layout will be held by a record type. Imagine the diagram. Okay, record type. So this record type always holds the layouts. So we can technically call it as page layout assignment. We can technically call it as page layout assignment. Okay, so we can give this one to a user. We can given this one to an user. How you can give these two things to a user here? How this user can access this record type and layout? Only one reason. What is that? Any guess? Anyone? Profile. Because this profile is attached to the user, okay, and these record types are the page layouts or will be given in this profile, given access in this profile, so that user can access this. So whenever user can access, he go to that object, he can choose this record type and he can access his layouts. Okay, so this is the part where we have to give it to the end user. This is the business. Understand clearly. Okay. See, creation of page layouts and record types is a matter of 2 minutes. Okay. But you should know, why do you create a record type and why do you create a layout? Second thing, how the end user is using, okay, how the end user is using that record types and page layouts, how he got an access. Okay, so these two diagrams must be very important. Whether you create any record type or any layout, it should be accessible to the profile. Okay, so when it is be accessible to the profile, that can be accessed by the user, right? So we got a business, we have to create 3 leads actually. Okay, this is the business what we are having. So let me try to create such kind of a things. So what we can do? So we have to create a record type and layout. Now the sales consultant has been, okay, recommended a solution. Okay, boss, we have 3 different types of leads. Okay, we cannot go for 3 different objects. Instead of that, we can show the variation to the sales reps, okay, based on the record types and page layouts. Okay, this is the solution what sales rep has been given to us. Okay, so such kind of decisions will be given by the sale. Such type of decisions can be given by your sales consultants. Okay, sales consultant will give a solution. Okay, sales reps will utilize the application and they will generate a business. Okay, terminologies are very important. Okay, let's go and do this one practically. See, so there is an required option is there, that is called a lead process. There is a lead process. When you're creating a record types and page layouts, okay, lead process is mandatory for us. Lead process will contains the status of your lead. Status of your lead. Let us say, let me create a one sample record of a lead. Okay, I just come here, click on the lead tab. So just click on the lead tab, click on new. Here I can fill some details, right? So when I'm filling the details, there is a option called lead status. This lead status is very, very important because based on this status, you can identify where the exact the position of this lead, whether the lead has been contacted us, okay, he emailed us, okay, are we converted that lead, are we closed that lead, a lead has been dropped, whatever it may be. Okay, so this lead status will give the life cycle of a lead. Okay, it will give the life cycle of these leads. Okay, so this is very, very important. Salesforce has recognized it for us. Okay, this is the only add-on you have to remember. When you are creating a record types and page layouts, most askable interview question. Okay, so when you are creating the record types and page layouts on the lead object, okay, first you have to go and you create a lead process. Lead process is nothing but a life cycle of the status of the lead. Okay, so here this is the standard field given by the Salesforce, and these are the pick list values what it has. Okay, so we are going to use this one. Okay, so creation of record types and page layouts, this lead process is mandatory for a lead. Okay, the most askable interview question, because the people will ask you interview question like this: boss, have you created record types and page layouts? You'll simply say that yes, I created. Have you created on standard object called lead? Okay, if you say yes, then he will ask you what is the first prerequisites thing need to be created. Okay, it is a mandatory thing. So you have to create a lead process. So let's go and create a lead process first. Come here, click on setup. So click on setup, scroll down. So lead is a standard object or custom object. So it's a standard object. So standard objects will be always be available in customize. Click on the customize. Go to the lead, search here. There is a lead process. First, you have to create a lead process. That's very simple. You have to assign a status to it. That's it. See, create and maintain a multiple lead process for your organization. So create and maintain a multiple lead process for your organization to use. Lead process use the lead status field to identify the lead within the lead life cycle. Okay. So when you click on new, you can give something options here. So let us say, for example, if I go with outbound lead process. See, I just created a outbound lead process. So that one, this process can be used only for outbound leads. So for outbound leads, so you cannot convert it, or you can just put it as a, okay, saying that lead one status can be must be selected. Okay, just save it. Is it saved or it's showing an error? Cancel. Yeah, it saved successfully. No. So it's saying that closed converted is required. Save. So conversion is required, mandatory for it. Okay. Anyway, see, I just created a lead process. As for time being, you might not aware like where this lead process is going to be used, right? So wait for the time being for 2 more minutes, you will get a clarity what exactly this process is doing. Okay. So the only one important thing. So in the previous session, when you're working on the student object, which is delivered by the Vijay, okay. So in that student object, you never worked on such kind of a process prior when you're creating the record types and page loads, right? Because that is a custom object, it's do not require it. But this is a standard object that too it is involved in our CRM process. Okay. So in the sales process, it is involved. Okay. And that too, the status plays a life cycle of a lead actually. That's a very important, prominent key role what it is playing. So that's why Salesforce has been created a lead process. So they provide a very important role for this lead. Anyway, we created a lead process. Similarly, I will create another process called as for retails part. So we are using these four options for retail and inbound services. Okay. Two lead process have been created. Two lead process have been created. At least one of the lead process is required. Okay. In this case, I just created a two lead process. Now you come, you have to create a record types. So you have to create a layouts first. First create a layouts, then go and create a record type. Come here, choose your layouts. There are four layouts are there which is given by the Salesforce. If these are matched to your requirement, you can use it, or you can clone it and you can create your own stuff. Okay. So I would like to create my own. So just click on the new. I'm creating a layout. What exactly the layout means? Let us say, I'll give you one understanding for a layout. You just click on the lead, click on the new button. You're seeing these fields, right? How you are seeing these fields? This is a layout actually. Okay. Without layout, you cannot view any information on the tab when you click on the tab. Without layout, I repeat, understand this point. Without layouts, you end user cannot create any record respective to the objects. So what are the objects you are seeing here? Every object will have a layout. Every object will have a master layouts. You created your custom objects, right? It will have the layout, master layouts. You are using the opportunity. It has the standard layouts. Every object will have a layouts. So going to the layout first. There it is. Read process record types, layouts. So these are the four layouts which is given by the Salesforce. If you want to use, you can use it. Okay, or else you can create it. Now let me create. Click on new. So you can clone the existing one. I'm cloning the existing one and I'm just creating. This is for retail lead layout. I'll tell you again about the feed based layout. Wait for the time being. I'm just cloning the existing one because you cannot directly create a new one. You have to clone the existing one. See, this is the new layout which I created. On the layout, you can do some drag and drop options. You can drag and drop these buttons. You can drag and drop this, the fields, whatever you are seeing. Okay, you can make it some separate sections as well. You can create your own. So let me try to create it. So I will create my own separate section. So there is it's a very drag and drop options for you. Okay, just click on the fields. Okay, so there is a section here. If you want, you can drag and drop it. I just place it here and I'm just giving a section as retail. What I have been given, I given as a retail section. If you want to, you place the two columns or one column, you can do whatever stuff you want. Okay, I just created my own section. And if you want to be drag and drop any other fields, yes, let's say for example, last transfer date, I just drag and drop it. Okay, and even I can drag and drop like this. Right? Clear? See, this is the way how I can create. I just drag it, I just use this section. I created my own section here. And if you want to be adjust, yes, you can click on this wrench mark and you can adjust it. It's a simple drag and drop option. No need to put your brain. You just come here and whatever the stuff you want, you can do it. So layouts is a never ending concept. Okay, because still there are buttons are there, quick actions are there. Okay, sometimes here you can see the visual force pages, lightning components. Okay, so many things will coming into the picture. Wait for the time being. Today we are only concentrated on the fields. You just click on the fields. You can see some of the fields here. You can drag and drop it and you can use it. See, I just drag and drop. Right? What are the fields are there? I just drag and drop. Okay. Not only that one, you can also adjust this related list layouts. Okay. You can also related list means these are the childs. These are the childs. You can adjust it here. Let me save it. First time we have created our own layout called as retail layout. Okay. Called as retail layout for this retail leads. Similarly, I have to create outbound layout and inbound layout. So let's go and create, click on new. So I'm cloning the existing one. So let me clone this sales layout and I'll make it as a outbound lead layout. This one I'm selecting as a feed based. I will show you. I have to show the variation, what exactly feed based and this one. Click on save. Right. So if you want, you can drag and drop the section. So let me drag and drop the sections. I just put it on the top. Okay, this is outbound, right? Okay. So I'm creating this one as a 2 columns. So just put this one here, name here, company here. I want a space between company and next field. So I'll put a blank space here and the phone. So no more requirement. I'm just simply adjusting this one. See, there is a space between these two. Okay. Not only that, I don't want to show. I don't want to show this related list sections. You can remove it. See, I'm just removing. I removed all the related list sections, right? So I'm just using this one. Just click on save. That's it. I just created an outbound lead. Okay. So similarly, if I want to create a inbound lead, yes, I can create inbound lead. I will use inbound leads as a lead layout. Okay. I'll use inbound leads as a lead layouts. So let me check whether I can rename this one or not. There is a layout properties are there. Just click on this. So can I change this one? Layout name as I can inbound lead layout. Okay. Highlight panels. So not by default. I just changed this name and click on save. Right? So this is a layout which is given by the Salesforce. I never created it, but I renamed this layout name. Okay, I renamed it. Not only, see, these two are I just created. These two I created. This is I just utilized the existing one standard layout given by the Salesforce. These two are custom layouts. This is a this is a standard layout which is given by the Salesforce. I am using that one. Clear? So I have created 3 layouts as per the business. Okay, as per the business, I have created these 3 layouts. Already this business has been mentioned in your data dictionary Excel sheet. Okay, so go and refer that one. Okay, so retail leads, outbound leads, inbound leads, 3 layouts has been created. That means 3 layouts are there right now. So now we have to create a record types. Before creating a record type, just go and click on the lead tab one more time. So when you click on the lead tab, when you click on the new button, it is not asking whether you are creating the retail lead, whether you are creating the outbound lead or an inbound lead. It simply opens the layout, right? Wait for the time being. Now, click on setup, scroll down, customize, go to your lead object, go to your lead object. There is an option called record types. Click on these record types. Click on these record types. Okay. Now, you just click on new. See, if you observe this, now we are creating a new record type. Okay. It is lead process is a mandatory. So that's what lead process is a mandatory. So I'm just creating the lead here. Retail lead. Okay. Retail leads. Okay. These retail leads will be available inside a Salesforce. Okay. These retail leads will be converted to account, contact, and opportunities. Remember it. So it is asking for the profile level access. I don't want to give access to all the profiles. So let me give access to the sales admins and sales administrator. Sales admins and sales administrator. So click on next. Profile level security, that is. Okay. See now. Apply one layout to all profiles. Okay, here it is saying it is asking all the profiles. So what is the record type you're creating? It's a retail lead. So now here you have to choose a layout as a retail lead. This is nothing but a page layout assignment. This is what for this record type we are assigning this layout. We can call it as a page layout assignment, right? So that's what I just given as a page layout assignment. So if the system administrator Accessing the record type layout, he can access the, if he accessing the retail lead, then he can access the retail layout. Okay, navigations are very important. Save and new. Saved successfully. Now there is another options like inbound lead. For inbound lead also you have to choose the lead process as a this one and make this as an active. And we know why we are creating the inbound lead means a lead created in the external system that reaches to the Salesforce we stored as a inbound lead. And this is also must be visibility to the system administrator and sales admin. Click on next. The layout assignment, come here, select your inbound lead. Okay, inbound lead. Now just click on save and new. Now we have another one that is nothing but outbound lead. We are creating another record type, third record type called as outbound lead. Just now you click on choose your outbound process, select here, and you choose your sales admin and sales administrator. Boss, please don't ask me like what is a profile now. What is profile level access? Okay, we already crossed it so much of time. Okay, we already spent like 18 sessions. Click on next. Okay, see for outbound lead we have to give the outbound related layout. Unfortunately, my administrator has made some mistake. Let us say for example for outbound lead, okay, he given as a lead sales. Unfortunately he forgot it and clicked on save. Let's see what happens. Okay, see three record types has been created successfully. Three record types has been created successfully. Okay, for these three record types there are the lead process are available, and these three record types will be have been assigned layouts also. Now you come here. Earlier when you click on the lead tab, when you click on the new button, this page has been directly opened, right? Now you see how it will open. You just click on the lead tab, click on the new button. Okay, now it is asking, boss, what type of a lead you are going to be create. That's what record type. What type of a record come from the back? What type of a record you're going to be created in the lead? Boss, I will create a lead, retail leads. Then click on continue. Okay, see this is a retail section. You can see this is nothing but a retail section. That means it's a retail layout, right? Again, click on the lead tab, click on the new button. There is an option called like inbound lead. Choose the inbound leads, click continue. See, now this is an inbound lead. Inbound lead has been using straightforward the layout, right? So that's why you can see it like this. This is an inbound lead. Now, if you choose outbound lead, see this is an outbound lead, okay? But unfortunately, for outbound lead, our agent, our administrator has given a wrong layout. Now we have to be modify it. Okay, now you have to be adjust that issue. Okay, now either you go to the layout section, or record type section, no matter. Here there will be a button called page layout assignment. Click on this layout assignment. Here you can see number of profiles. Here you can see the record types. See for outbound lead, okay, the layout is a different. So no matter, you can choose, click on edit assignment. Wherever you got mistake on this one, click on control button and choose your profiles. I choose these two profiles because we are working only on these two profiles. Okay, so I have been choose those two. Come here. So for outbound, you have to give it as an outbound lead. See, after successful creation, I'm just adjusting the layouts. Okay, so I'm just adjusting. Being an administrator, you must aware not only creating the layouts and record types, you should know how to adjust the record types and layouts as well. This is part of adjustment what I'm doing. Earlier, my sales rep has done a mistake. Okay, now I'm trying to adjust that one. Okay, click on save. See, now the adjustment has been done. Now you come here, click on the lead, click on new, click on outbound lead, click on continue. See, now you it becomes as a outbound lead. Okay. So, and there is a one more option I have to tell you. Okay, whenever you associate a record type to a layout, a new field will be enabled. That new field name is a record type name. Some people says that record type ID. Okay, record type name. A new field will be available. Record type name. So you can drag and drop that new field. See, let us say, for example, customize, lead, go to the layouts. See, this is a retail layout, right? Click on edit. Because this retail layout has been associated to the retail record type. Okay, a new field will be enabled. Let us say, for example, when you click on fields, see, lead record type field has been enabled. You can drag and drop it. Okay, save it. So you will get a easy clarification where you are. So you will get a easy understanding. So when you drag and drop here, save it. It's an inbound. So for inbound, okay, save this one. See now, when you click on the lead, click on new, you are on the lead, you are on the retail lead section. When you click on this one, you can see the retail lead option here. Now going back, click on new. If you're in the outbound lead, click on continue. You can see the outbound lead. Okay. See, this is what our product owner has been asked. Boss, I have three different types of leads are there. I want to store that inside a Salesforce. So there are three different types of leads. So for that, we have created, three different types of record types. Okay, and we are associated to it. So that is what I would like to tell you. Record types and page layouts will plays a very important key role. And one more thing, I've been created these options as point of an administrator. So we have an end user also. Let's go and check with an end user perspective of point. Click on the user. This guy is the user actually. You can copy this. Okay. So let's log into that guy. Say I log into the end user perspective of point, whether let me check whether he has an access of this lead or not, respected to the application. So he's on the SMB sales app. He's clicking on leads. Okay. Click on new. See, he can able to see the three different types of leads. See, I have a business requirement saying that our sales reps should not be able to create inbound leads. I repeat, our sales reps should not be able to create inbound leads, but our administrators should be able to create all types of leads, all type of leads. See the variation. Most askable interview question. What I'm trying to see, explaining of layouts and record types is over. Giving the business is also over. I'm talking about the interview perspective point. Now, if you consider this is an administrator, he is accessing these three record types. Similarly, my sales rep is also using these three record types. The interviewer is asking the variation, saying that he don't want to view this inbound lead. What should I do? Go to this guy's profile and remove that access. Enough. So that's what this situation is saying. Okay. Let's come here. Being an administrator, click on setup. So go to that user or a profile. So this is the user's profile. Click on that. See, this is a page load assignments. If you scroll down, here you can see the record type settings. So we are working on lead, right? So this is a lead. You just click on edit. See, our sales rep is using these three types of record types. You just remove this one. I'm giving only retail and outbound lead. Okay, save. Now you click on this lead. You are on the system administrator. System administrator has access of those three record types. So he can view those three record types. But whereas comes to the part of a sales reps, click on the lead. Click on new. See, now he can only see those two record types. So if you want to show the variation, only one bottom line thing, boss, my end user is unable to access that option. Why? Because might be that option is not available on the profile. Okay, that's the only answer here. So most askable interview questions, all these are. So please be careful when you're working on the record types and page layouts. And my customer asked me, change this lead name to a lead or referrals, because we will refer our leads to an outside, right? Because there is an outbound leads are there. So if there are when you create an outbound lead, my customer asked me to change this tab name. Change this tab name. It should not be a leads. It should be a leads or referrals. Okay. I have to change this tab name. First time, see, for our application, we have created our own tabs, right? For our application, we have created our own tabs. Okay. First time, we are going to change the standard tab name, which is given by the Salesforce. How you can do it means just click on setup, scroll down. Again, in the customize, there is an option called tab names and labels. Click on it, rename tabs and labels, click on it. Which one the customer is asked to change? Lead object. Go down. There is an option called lead here. Just select these options. So now you change lead or referral. Just click on save. I just changed the tab name. You come here and check in the system sales reps. Earlier it is a lead. Now refresh the screen. Say leads or referrals. You can do whatever stuff you want. Slowly we are converting our projects. Okay. So later I can change this tab name. I can change this tab name when I'm working on these stuffs. Okay. So please be careful here. And as I said you, I just created a feed based layout, right? So let me show you the variation. I'm just creating the lead layout, retail layout. Okay, I just created a lead information, whatever it may be, just click on the save. A lead has been created. Okay, no matter. Now try to create another lead. Now this time I'm taking for an, I just create a retail lead, right? Yeah. Now I'll create an outbound lead. See the variation. This is the lead which I created earlier. Okay, a retail lead. This is the lead which I created, outbound lead. What is the variation? It is a feed based layout. For a feed based layout, a separate section will come. A feed section will become in the separate sections in a tab. Details are in a tab. Feeds are in another tab. If you see here, feed, there is no separate option will be there. Directly it comes in the detail section. There is no separate tab. But here in the feed based layout, you have a separate tabs for a feed and details. That is the only variation. That's why when you're creating a lead layout, okay, I just choose it as a feed based layout. Okay, feed based layout. Here, when I click on new, you see this option, right? Feed based layout. I choose this option. When you choose this option, your layout will be like this. When you deselect this option, your layout will be like this. Okay, this is what I would like to tell you. Now you come to the lightning experience. Let me check whether this is working fine in the lightning experience or not, so that we can finish this requirement. So click on this leads tab, click on new. See, it is asking the record types. Okay, it is a lead record type. You can create it data, right? So that is a beauty. Okay, it is applicable to the lightning experience as well. Okay, so today, see, today I have been worked on the leads. Today I have been worked on the leads. So if you go and observe the data dictionary which I given, okay, it has a business to work on the accounts and opportunities. Okay, so please guys, you please try to work on these accounts and opportunities as per the data sheet what it is given in the drive. Okay, but meanwhile, please try to finish up this requirement. Okay, once you finish up this requirement, then only go to these accounts and opportunities, or else don't go. Okay, so I'll post this session immediately right away. Okay, please watch this one more time and try to make it in your arcs. And this weekend, and I'm going to be planned for a backup session and as well as a Visual Studio Code session. Okay, separate times will be there. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah.
హలో
Chip.
అన్న ఇప్పుడు రికార్డ్ టైప్స్ యూస్ చేసి రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి
Yeah.
అప్పుడు ప్రొఫైల్స్ ఎంటైర్ ప్రొఫైల్స్ వాళ్ళు చూడగలుగుతారా అంటే ఐ మీన్ లైక్ ఫీల్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ చేస్తే ఎంటైర్ ప్రొఫైల్స్ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు కదా.
Yeah, let's say for example, when I click on this edit layout, this is a shortcut where you can edit this layout directly. Okay, so there is an options here. Let's say I want to make this phone number as a required on the layout. Okay, you can just click this option and make it as a required. So we are not making this phone number as a required on the backend part. Okay, we are not making this phone number as a required in the metadata level. Okay, we are just making this part, this phone number required on the UI part. UI means only front end. Okay, let's say, let's see here. See, this phone field is a required now. Okay. You made this field required on the layout only, on the layout only. Okay. Not on the backend. If you make it
Okay.
as a backend, then all profile users, it is a required.
Okay.
If you make at the backend means, let's say, for example, I just click on the fields. Okay. When I'm creating a new field, because these are standard fields, I cannot touch down. If I make this is a required, this is a metadata level required. Earlier I did on the layout required. This is a layout required. This is a metadata level required. Okay. If I made a
Okay.
required here, what happens is all profile users, not only a system administrator, not only a sales admin, all profile users, this phone number is a mandatory. Okay. I mean, the field what you're going to be create, it's a mandatory. Okay. But if you make a field only on the layout is a required, the respect to user, only for this user it is a required, not all the users or not all the profiles. Got it? So
Okay.
that's the beauty, you can make it required field on the layouts. Again, it will come into the next sessions. Okay. So meanwhile, try to adjust this one. Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు లీడ్ ప్రాసెస్ అనేది ఆటోమేషన్ చేసామా అన్న మనం?
Yeah. Good, good. I forgot to explain you about that one. Thanks. So when you come here, let me go to the classic. It is very fast. So click on the leads. I forgot to explain you about that one, about the lead process. We created a lead process, but I forgot to explain that process actually. So when you click on retail lead, so for this record type, we given a retail process, right? See, you can see the 4 options here, right? Similarly, when you click on the lead again, click on new. Now you choose only the outbound lead. See, you can see only the 2 options, right? 2 options. So that is what your lead process has been done. Okay, this is what your lead process has been done. Okay, we have given outbound lead process for a outbound lead. So it will only deal with open and close, not more than that. But if you consider about inbound and retail leads, it will be considered about working and closed converted as well. Okay, so that is a business purpose where we have been used, but still it is also never ending concept. Okay, because still we have to be work on opportunities. Again, we'll work on the processes, and as well as there is another options also. Okay, because now when you created a record types, so when you created a record type, when you open a record type, there is an available pick list values are there. Again, I have to explain about this one. Okay, this one will come in the next sessions. So when we are working on accounts and opportunities, you will get these options. Okay, there is a business situation where we are going to be access this one. Okay, so time being, wait for it. Okay, so try to make it today's situation. Today business is very simple. Customer want 3 types of leads. That's it. Retail leads, inbound leads, and outbound leads. Retail lead which created inside a Salesforce. That leads will be converted into a business actually. Okay. Outbound leads means we are referring our leads to the external systems. So that comes under as an outbound leads. Inbound leads means so someone has referred into the Salesforce. That means the SAP has been created a lead and it sends back to the Salesforce. That comes under as an inbound lead. So we have a 3 variations of leads are there for the business has been given to us. Okay, we are going to be stored that into this lead object as part of a record types and page layouts. So when you're working on the standard object of a lead, this lead process is very important. First, you have to create a lead process, then you create a layouts, then you create a record type. So when you're creating a record type, you have to associate this lead process, you have to associate this lead. Once everything is done, you have to give access to your profile. So when you give access to your profile, then user can access it, else he cannot access it. This is the way, this is the navigation part, what you have to be do. Okay, so please be careful here. Okay, please make it today ready for this one. Okay, we'll catch up tomorrow working on again record types and layouts. Okay, thank you guys.